Hello, everybody. Charlie West with, who are you? I can't recognize you.
I'm not Jewish, but I have a prayer shawl here.
Yeah, Pastor Robert Scott of Freedom Church of God in Edmonton, Alberta. A prayer shawl. Now, why would you be wearing a prayer shawl?
Well, actually, the First Testament, Jesus says you should go into your own prayer shawl, and when he says go into your own closet, he's referring to the Jews that had, by habit, these prayer shawls that were ordained in Deuteronomy and Leviticus. They had these shawls. Now you have these tassels here, or the tzitzit as they call them.
Yes.
And you remember when Jesus healed a lady, she grabbed a hold of this shawl. He had a shawl, so I'm just being like Jesus, right? And the problem is we got lots of problems today that are heating up.
Oh, we do. Well, yeah. Well, we have, the economy. We all know about that.
Yes,
It's been steadily declining now for a number of years. So where do we go now?
And war as well.
Well, war, job loss. It's everywhere around the world.
So we know that crises are coming to the world, big time. We're coming very close to the Great Tribulation. So the question is, do you go up on some mountain and try to eat some food that you've prepared for several years? How do you protect yourself? How do you escape? Jesus said, watch and pray that you can be counted worthy to escape. Well, the best way is to keep God's days. He has the Feast of Tabernacles. In fact, just a few months ago, I was there in Benin in West Africa, and I gave in French a sermon with my shawl on to show that this is the way of escape. This is where we hide. We hide in his tabernacle. We hide under his wings. Here are the wings. And the Jews, they'll actually go like this. They'll put it over themselves like this, and that's their prayer closet. They're hiding in Jesus. And that's what we try to do, is to hide in Jesus.
Yeah, Psalm 91 talks about this,
exactly.
right?
Yeah. You know the Bible quite well.
Well, that's right there.
Exactly.
Every once in a while, I read it when you're not looking.
Oh, good. So what we do is we hide in Jesus. Now, not just the Feast of Tabernacles. We're coming up soon to the Feast of Unleavened Bread. In all of God's days, we hide in Jesus. We hide. And God says, because you're hiding in me, because you're seeking God first, not the world and its ways, you're going to be able to hide in me when the time of trouble comes. It says in Isaiah 26, actually verse 20, a verse about the rapture. He says, you will hide for a little while. I will hide you in my room for a little while.
You know the Bible pretty well, too.
Thank you, Charlie.
You should be a pastor.
Oh, thank you. Should I be an author as well?
You could, yeah. I think there's a connection there.
Yes. So anyway, this verse, which is a great rapture verse, Isaiah 26, verse 20, says that while indignation is going on in the world, the Great Tribulation, he says, I'm going to hide you in my shelter. I'm going to hide you in my tabernacle. So if you learn to hide, whether you have or not you have a prayer shawl is not a big deal, but whether or not you hide in Jesus, in prayer, in the study of his word, that's what counts. Hiding in him gives you freedom, gives you protection, gives you freedom from the fear of the Great Tribulation. So we bless you with the spirit of love to flow in you, that all fear will be cast out from you, and you will learn to hide in Jesus. While the world crisis escalate, you will have assurance of your protection and your family. In Jesus' name.